are Galty and the Gator, and we are sliding into the new year.
We sure are. I'm looking forward to this. 2 minutes to put the guitar down. That'll be a nightmare. And try not to crush the cat.
So that was the Gator doing a wee diddly.
A wee diddly diddly.
So yeah, today's show is going to be all about slide guitar. And we've got some great folk on here.
This chair's broken. Squeaking.
There was one in the studio that had an awful squeak if you leant back in it. But then somebody broke it and I couldn't sit in it because
is this the one you gave me? Because it feels like it's something.
No, but I'd watched them once. Look, Dave, get the wonky legs, sure.
Oh, I right now. I thought you were talking about me there. I've got wonky legs. Right. Anyway, so. We're nearly at the new year, so I hope you all had a great Christmas. We had a great fun time doing the Christmas show, you could tell. I was rather
merry.
Yeah, merry. And I need to I will say one thing for the listeners. The reason I'm so cheeky to Fiona on the radio is because I don't have the cojones to do it off the radio. So there you go. She's still the boss. For now. Right,
so so we have got slide guitarists from all over, absolutely all over, looking at it actually.
Oh yeah, some brilliant talent.
Aye, Scotland, England.
All of them friends, I would say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So rather than, now I done a wee post about this through the week, and it was I was asking who's everybody's slide guitar favourites were, you know.
Right.
A lot. Well, you said me, right? But I mean, and so did a couple of my pals. But we all know that, right? The most people would expect to hear Derek Trucks and these guys, you know. Derek Trucks is cool, yes. Yeah, he's awesome. He's got that vibrato and that perfection, eh? But the guys that we're going to play today are a bit more firmly rooted in the traditional slide playing. You know, and in a sense they're almost better to listen to for that reason, I think, personally. I'm not saying more or less talented, I mean, you know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Now, before we go any further and forget something that that did also happen, not that we can go into great detail about it, but you had sent a certain message to a certain guitar player. Oh, yeah, and he did actually get back to us, yes. And he sent us a wee Happy New Year gift to share with you guys, and we're going to be sharing some of his band's music over the next few shows. I believe, if you were listening to Wednesday, I believe you played one of them, didn't you? Yep.
Did I?
I think so, yep.
Let me have a look. Wednesday feels like a long time ago.
Malone?
Oh yes.
See, I'm on the ball.
I haven't written the playlist
for once. I am on the ball.
I am doing a roundup as best I can, because actually this year I was inundated with unsigned bands wanting airplay, more so because people being at home a lot more, working from home and everything, and so normally I'd maybe have a handful and I would do a wee show around it, but this year really good I've got a jam-packed playlist. I've got double the music that I would normally play, and I haven't even got everybody on that sent me music. I know. So
we've got a lot of cool shows planned, and I will say another thing as well is, as a couple, we've had a great year. I would say, you know, you've turned a lot of corners, and you know, like, done a lot of, you know, stuff outside the box for you and outside your comfort zone, and I'm proud of you for that. And then you asked me to marry you, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to say yes. But I'll let you know in the next couple of days. We'll start the new year with a bang. Even if it's the front door and you saying "Catchy Versace."
But yeah, I mean, we've done a lot. It's hard to think that we crammed all that into such a short space. But yeah.
I think 2 or 3 of the people that we're going to play today, though. Let's get the cat out of the bag. Dave Arcari first up, eh? Now this guy is an absolute class gentleman.
Nutter.
He's mental. Like he's the only guy that will burn his beard on a pizza oven and then go wakeboarding all in one day and expect it to be classed as normal. I know.
Minus conditions. But what's really cool as well is like he posts his dinner, and it's not like your average dinner, is it?
No.
So
it's like Bear Grylls for bluesmen.
Aye. And he lives on a loch, and so he's somebody that you can completely identify with and feel quite alright.
He's a great guy, and he keeps a very traditional Scottish feeling about a very traditional roots genre, which is pretty cool, and that comes out in his music, and I'm pretty sure the next song will be testament to that, I would say.
Absolutely, yes. So we have got Dave Arcari with Loch Lomond. I hope you enjoy this.
Banks and by yon bonny brae, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before you, for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Ben Lomond, when soft purple hue the healing hills we view, the moon coming out in the gloam. Well, you take the high road, I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before you, for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. And the wildflowers they spring, and in sunshine the waters are sleeping. The broken-hearted kings, they say can spring again, though the wakeful may cease they their grief. Well, you take the high road, I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland before you, for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
Hey, it's Dave Arcari out of Glasgow here, and you're listening to Galty and the Gators Blues and News Show.
So there you have it. That was Dave Arcari, and
right there,
hopefully you heard what we were meaning by that.
Aye, he's great, eh?
Absolutely,
he's
yeah.
so cool as well. likes a wee whiskey. He's kind of like us.
Oh, well, we've been enjoying a very particularly nice whiskey.
Yep. Big thanks to Peter Johnson for that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of these guys who invests so much in live music that he's supported our career, both as like myself as a musician and yourself as a presenter, and and he supports everything we do, and I think that's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
See if everybody in the world was to go, right, I really love this, so I'm going to give a bit of my time and a bit of my money to what I can afford to that, rather than wasting it on stuff that they then regret doing.
Aye.
I think musicians across the board would feel a massive difference, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Download the singles. It's 99p. If you've got 99p, download the singles, buy them.
It's better for the environment as well.
Yeah, and if you don't have the money, what you should do is get a good pal to stick it on repeat overnight on a streaming platform or something. Just get
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. Eh?
Yeah, but streaming is actually bad for the environment, though. So it is better to download it. No, it is. I looked into it. I was quite astonished, actually, and the fact that it makes such a big. I can't remember this. It was something ridiculous, like it leaves a bigger carbon footprint than a jet.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's mental.
So
I didn't know that. So there you go. I didn't know that.
See, that's another reason.
I wasn't mocking you for anything other than I felt like mocking you. I just didn't know that until the other night. So there you go. I've just been educated in front of thousands. Thanks very much. What?
That's what I'm here for. That's my job.
Twice. All right.
And
anyway.
did you just twice to me? I can't believe I heard you say that. Grown adult. I don't know.
Who told you that?
You said it to Nathan.
I did not.
You just twice to me.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
That anybody who knows me, unless it's anybody I've ever spoken to,
and gone. That's twice.
I know. A day I worked here. It's terrible. Right, but anyway. So where are we now?
We are going to be playing Elmore James with Dust My Broom, and this song is an original Robert Johnson.
Right, well, aye, this one, aye. You've been doing you've done loads of research, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I love that about you. You work hard, and I love that about you.
Aye,
so,
well, it's a two-way street.
Yep, I know. Aye, but I mean, come on, I mean, you do a lot more than me outside this. I mean, just because I do a bit more with this doesn't mean to say that you're not equally as busy, so let's not do this. But aye, Elmore James is one of the kings of the Delta slide style, but because he electrified it, so he was a massive impact on electric blues players, because he was doing the slide playing and that through an electric guitar. And ironically enough, he's covering a song. He's covering a song that was written by the king of the Delta blues, Robert Johnson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been kind of reshaped and reworded, and there's been almost popped up. But I mean, it's a great song, and it's been covered by loads of great electric players like Walter Trout and whatnot. So let's bang it on and let the listeners
absolutely. So Dust My Broom, we should just say, it's not about getting up and cleaning your kitchen.
No, it's like what you do until you meet someone.
So there you go, give it some thought. And
actually, I wasn't completely sure myself until I realised for months you were singing "I Would Love Some Sugar in My Bowl" by Nina Simone, and I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh, that means I don't need to dust my broom anymore. That's amazing. Oh, let's get married. Well, you said that, and I said aye, and here we are. You better put a song on. Delete.
I don't know what this dog's doing behind us either, so she's growling at the water fountain again, and I'm pretty sure it's roughly about this time in every time I'm doing the radio show. So here you go, Elmore James, the king of slide.
I'm getting up soon in the morning.
Hey, I am Cigarbox Henry from Dutch Cigarbox Band, the New American Farmers, and you are listening to Galty and the Gators Blues and New Show.
Yeah, and you sure are. I'll tell you, everybody will be wondering, why did you have the Dutch guy who builds cigar boxes playing after C6 Steve?
And who did you play before Extra? I played BB King.
Yep.
With Old Lang Syne. Now, do you know why he was called BB King?
Why is that?
Well, his name is Riley, right? But he was a disc jockey, and they called him Blues Boy. BB, there you go.
Yep.
But anyway, go on with the next story. C6 Steve. I knew you would.
It was all radio banter, so I'm being all professional now, like, you know.
No, please tell us.
Why
is that?
You're listening to The Gator, and I would love to know. Coming through your ears like warm fluid. Right, so Cigar Box Henry. I don't want to mess his second name up, but I'm going to go and say his name is Henrik Groenhuis, and he builds cigar box guitars, but he's also got a band called the New American Farmers, the Dutch, like as you heard him saying, a Dutch band. Now, this guy was relevant to the C6 Steve song because he actually built a cigar box for C6 Steve, which he has signed and everything else, and it was an amalgamation of the Diddley Bow, his three string red electric, a cigar box. He had the hubcap and everything on it, like the hubcap guitar that was on Jules Hollandry.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this guy built a lap steel version of a cigar box guitar with all of those factors in, and it's cool as anything. And he won some. He won a competition actually in Holland, I believe, about it. It's on. You can check it out on YouTube actually, because it's quite an interesting wee.
We could share it over to our page.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting wee watch. You know, how he put it all together, and he explains why he put the can on it, and you know, it's quite good. I really enjoyed it, like, to be honest.
And you said that the band that he's in, they play with him, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
So that's quite cool.
So obviously, no, I'm not going to say the drummer as well, because he doesn't play a cigar box drum kit.
But he plays the drums with big cigars, maybe?
No.
Smoking one.
Back after the adverts. Right, anyway. So all these guys play these instruments that he primarily builds, and in fact he's actually going to build me a one-off kind in the new year. So
cool.
Yeah. So
more wall art. Well, see, funny you should say that, because I was reading up on it all, and because for me, now I have a couple of questions for you as well. I always wondered, like, how on earth did somebody go, I know, I'll do this and it'll make this nice music? But it came from, obviously, if you think about where blues music originated from, and the fact that the diddley bow was something that was made in Africa, and they would put two nails on a piece of wood, a door frame or anything at all really, and stretch out just one wire and tighten it up, but they would always put like something glass underneath it, and then it would make the sound. So that's really. And
sometimes they would put I can't speak for every tradition, but certainly in rural areas, Mississippi and the hill country and whatnot, they would actually use a screen door wire. They would wrap the screen door wire and pin it at one end and do the same at the bottom, and then they would put like a tin can underneath it, because you can actually, with it's a tin can, you can actually move it further down, and it's almost tuning it. If that makes sense, you know, because of the tension. So, and then they would play it with maybe a glass or something smooth, or a knife or something like that, you know. So,
for me, I've always wanted to ask you this, and
after so long together, you're doing it now.
No, because I just had a feeling that it would be worth waiting to, you know.
Oh, for the show?
Well, I didn't know we were going to do the show, to be honest. But so I know that you originally started with the bass and the double bass.
Yep.
So how on earth did you end up playing slide guitar?
I think, right, okay, so because I was a bass player, and you know me well enough now to know that what you call the Midas touch is actually just sheer, like, investment, you know. So anything I do, I want to do it to the best of my ability. I don't want to be the best. It's not a competition. What I want from myself is to be the best. And I did that with the electric bass. I did that with the double bass, and I always found that even when I accomplished my next part, I was always left lacking to myself. Oh, excuse me. So I always found that there's this big emptiness all the time, and I'm chasing this thing that I can never reach. And then when I started to play slide, I realised that I could speak through music, and that's probably that void was being filled because I found an instrument that I could speak to people through without having to sing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know what you mean from a personal level, but I think other people can relate to that from the fact that slide playing is like singing. It takes the voice part, it mimics
absolutely.
The voice part.
And I believe that there are notes that good slide players know about. They're between the notes, not like indie music, not the other note after it, but that moment where it's not quite the next note, you can't really hear the difference, but everybody in the room feels it. It's like tension, and you can do that. Like I'll maybe show you later in the show, right? You know, just play a bit and.
Yeah.
But I mean, somebody who's incredibly good at that is Michael Messer. He has got this wonderful touch, right? He, you know, every note is a song on itself. You know, you listen to every note, and he makes it look effortless because he's speaking. You don't think when you speak, you know, and he doesn't think when he plays. It's an incredible like outlet, you know.
Well, we have Michael Messer in the top of the hour for you today. So we have two from him. We have Michael Messer's Mitra, and we have Living in Rhythm. It's quite difficult to pick from, isn't it? I played four of his on a show of mine earlier in the year, and I was sat for ages going, oh, I don't know. I like this one as well. But I need to put
Jeff
this
Campbell's favourite's Knife Song, I think, and I think mine is Robert Johnson's Make.
Aye. I've got a few, but so we've got these two on, and then we have you. Actually, we have you. We have you and Sister Gavin and the Gator with Walking Free, and we have you in the Blind Lemon Gators.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you a bit about that if you want. So, Greg Taylor. So, I worked with Greg Taylor previously as a bass player in his band, and I did, you know. I think I was too busy because of all the reasons I spoke about before, with all the techniques, and I was too much, you know, for what he was trying to achieve. So that didn't work for me or for him, and it didn't work, right? And years went past, and I met him again. I think it was at a charity festival's after party or something in Stirling. I believe it was Stirling, actually, aye. And I always knew that he thought I didn't like, nor could I understand or play the blues or whatever you want to word it like. And I was like that to him. I said, I tell you what, do you want to do a song with us? He says, what? I says, aye, do you want to do a song? Like Dust My Broom or something like that? Or... And I went and got a bottle. I says, Moan, we'll do this properly. You know, because I can play the blues as well. and he sung it, and he was brilliant. Honestly, Greg Taylor's really talented. He's got a great voice, right? There's no getting away for that, right? And
he also has a sort of tinge of Scottishness in his songs.
He does, aye, and he's a good. I tell you what, his biggest talent out with his voice is he's a really good songwriter. And I've always said that to him. I says, look, see, even if you don't have a band to put music to that, at least submit it somewhere. You know, because that's a good song, right? So, well,
the one that we've got today is actually a cover of Goodnight Irene, but it was the one from your album Gatorville that was dedicated to your mum.
Yeah, so after that we encounter with him at this thing, we recorded as a duo. Well, no, we wrote as a duo, to be fair. We recorded it as a band with Dave Cantwell and Dave Ivans, and then eventually at live gigs with Rod Mackay for Redfish. So it was a great band, right? All the great players, all of them. But it was Greg's brainchild. So credit where it's due. I mean, he was the one that said, "No, look, this is something that you could use, and you could make something for yourself, and like let's do it properly." Eh? So we did, and we wrote a great album. And I was going through a really hard time about losing my mum, and this was the one song. There's only one cover on that whole album, and this is it. And I'm getting a wee bit emotional just even talking about it now because I've missed her this past couple of weeks. But So this is for my mum, this song, and it brings out that thing that I was talking about where you can speak through the playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading a review and somebody said, oh, the way he plays slide, it reminds me in the quieter moments of like Ry Cooder. No, Michael Messer, myself, Dave Arcari, Trevor Steger, we all love Ry Cooder. Everybody loves Ry Cooder. Anybody who's slid on the floor and bumped herself loves Ry Cooder. Anything remotely sliding is going to love Ry Cooder. So that meant a lot to me, and it's always carried, and credit to Greg for giving me that opportunity to do that album, you know.
And we got to see him in his new band.
Oh, brilliant!
At Calendar at the Jazz and Blues
He's
Festival.
got some great guys in the band, brilliant band, and he's got a new album coming out. I hope he sends it to us because we'd love to play it. But
we'll let you know if we get any information about it.
Yeah.
It's having a, well, hopefully.
I know, I don't know about the gig situation now. But
it was going to have an album unveiling, but reveal, whatever it's called.
Launch,
that's the one.
Stocking stuffer again.
And excuse me, but there actually is such a thing as a stocking stuffer. Anyway, it's called your foot.
Your legs, depends on the kind of stockings you're wearing.
So we have got coming up for you now the new American Farmers that we've just been telling you about, the cigar box guitars. Yes, I thought I'd got it wrong. I had a wee panic. Did you hear me?
We've got the wee cover, the lead belly cover that me and Greg did, and we've also got a song that I wrote with Adele Gavin, Walking Free.
So we'll talk about that because we've got this bit coming up. So we're going to do this bit first. So we've got Blues Meets Rock, and then we have Trevor.
Oh, he's amazing.
Trevor Babajack's there. So you've got a couple of cracking tunes coming up, and then a wee bit more from us, and then you get 4 back to back. Absolute crackers. So yes, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Don't panic.
Every Thursday evening on the radio, have to listen to that blues rock show. Woman's voice and put her name in lights. Gonna be a long hot night on Thursday. We listen to the radio. Hard rockin', I gotta listen to the radio. I got my volume on 10 cause she won't play them loud. Hard rocking songs that make you scream and shout. It's BMR from 7 to 9. Don't wait no longer when I toe that line. On Thursday, we listen to the radio. Hard rocking, just to listen to the radio. Open and I close the door. On Thursday, we listen to the radio. Hard rockin', I just listen to the radio. Thursday, I listen to the radio. Hard rockin', I just listen to the radio.
of mornings, goddamn hole. I thought you said you're gonna save my soul. Thought you said you're gonna save my soul. Just give it all to rock and roll. I'm up here, and I'm down low, and I'm up low, and low, low, and low, low, and low, and I'm down. Life is hard, but looking up, there ain't no money in the orange cup. Ain't no money in the orange cup. Think I'm just gonna ride my luck. I'm up here, and I'm down low, and low, low, and how, and I'm up down, now, 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 how, and I'm down low. Till I woke up, mom, my hair was thin. I think you know what state I'm in. Girl, I love, treat me like a clown. Always try to put me down. I'm up, hey, and I'm down low, and low, low, how, and I'm up, down, now, 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 and I'm down. Hey. Come on. Me and my girl gonna pick a bell cotton. Me and my girl gonna pick a bell leg. Me and my girl gonna pick a bell cotton. Me and my girl gonna pick a bell leg. I'm up here, and I'm down low, and low, low, and low, low, and low, and I'm up here, and I'm down low, and low, low, and low, low, and I'm up here, and I'm down low, and low, low, how, and I'm up here. And it won't be long, you'll look for me and I'll be gone. Get out of town, treat me like a slave, trying to drive me to my grave. One of these mornings and it won't be long, you'll look for me and I'll be gone. Get out of town, treat me like a slave, trying to drive me to my grave.
Hey, I'm Trevor Babjack Steger, and you're listening to the Galty and Gaitered Blues and News Show.
And that was the man himself.
So we played him before his wee voice came on. Now, what was it called? I'm Up, I'm Down. I knew it was. I don't know why I had to look that.
Yep.
Sitting here. So tell us a wee bit about him.
Well, he's man. Hell, it's the smell. my eyes are watering. Tell you. So Trevor Steger is a songwriter, a rural blues roots type singer songwriter. Everything you heard there in that song was all him at once, which is amazing. He's an incredible talent. You know, he plays really well. He's very good at making anything wood. Right? Cool. So he's he's invested in it all. And I just found out. So I'm just going to tell you this now, right? So he's been nominated last year Best Acoustic Act for the UK Blues Awards. This year Best Acoustic Act for the UK Blues Awards, sorry. And Blues and Roots Radio Worldwide Best Blues Album of the Year 2018-20. Yep.
It's not too shabby at all.
No. And he was also nominated for Best of the British Blues Awards and Best Harmonica Player while playing the bloody guitar. No, I can't even play that thing properly without a guitar or a distraction or nothing.
That's gasping, you know. Remember she got a hoodie?
Aye, well,
had to hide it.
Aye. She nearly wore that thing.
Wait for it. She's waiting on a shaker for a piano.
And I tell you what, I've just read a wee review about him, Jerry. I'm going to read this out because I think it's pretty. I would say that's pretty accurate. Howlin' Wolf meets Screaming Jay Hawkins, carried on the wings of a wailing slide guitar. And you know what? I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, I think the guy's phenomenal. He lives a cool life, you know. I think he stays in a boat, you know that. I'm not sure, but
I see. I think that'd be quite cool. You could just sail away, you know, send your reins to school in the morning, dock somewhere,
or jump off the boat and send the boat away in the morning, and we don't need to worry where they go, if they go to school or not. All we'll need to worry about is they ain't coming back.
Oh no, it would be quite cool as long as it didn't get choppy. I couldn't cope with choppy. Could you? No, never mind your jokes.
Oh.
Lamb cutlets. No.
Aye, in the water, aye. That's true. I saw a couple of lamb cutlets in the water when I got the ferry last week. I did. And I knew right then the water was choppy.
Dear. So, right, so tell us a bit about your song with Sister Gavin and the Gator, because we didn't get quite around to that.
Right, Walking Free, it's called. So, so I already had the music written, pretty much.
And it shows off Slide, I think, perfectly.
It's a pretty gospel-y feeling song.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Adele, I said, look, I've got this idea. It wasn't in that key at the time, but I've got an idea for this kind of gospel-y sounding song. Fancy writing some lyrics. And she wrote this amazing song, you know. And it's pretty much about being in lockdown. Gave everybody, you know, because the gospel speaks faith, you know, faith.
Mm-hmm.
And up until lockdown, I think faith was a word that was related to going to church or Jesus or God or whatever your deity is, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But during lockdown, especially the first time round, I think people realised that they had to have something to believe in, whether it be the big man on the cloud or whether it be the music that they've been avoiding all their life when they can actually do it. You know, because a lot of them couldn't go to work, you know, and you have to look within yourself and say, well, what gives me that release? What gives me that belief system? You know, what makes that active? And that's what Walking Free is about, you know. You know, if you just step back and believe in what you want to do or believe in what it is that makes you feel better in times of hardship, that's what that song's about. And I think, actually, to be fair, I think I'm the only one that talks about it like that. You know, I think that is the premise of the song, I would say.
But
she's a great singer, obviously.
Absolutely. So that's what I was going to say. The song itself, the music is a great way to show off the slide technique, and the vocals on it are just superb. So you'll be sitting there, kind of jaw on the floor if you've not heard it before when you hear it today. So that's what we've got at the top there. But we've got some more amazing music that from all over the place. I mean, we've got
Australian wonder guy,
yep.
Andres Roots. Oh, I tell you what, he's so cool too. Prakash Slim.
Yep.
I tell you what, right? See, for somebody in modern society to be playing the blues, Prakash Slim surely has quite a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because sure, when we were talking about Adam Kennedy's photo shoots with him,
yeah.
Adam Kennedy works with him quite a lot, like he does with us. Mm-hmm. And another great guy, big foot up to the musicians during lockdown, but he posted one in particular that you pointed it to me, and I missed it actually.
It was it's a picture, and he was sat outside with a bucket next to him, and his guitar. And the reason it was so important is because it's Nepal, isn't it?
Yeah, Nepal. He's Nepalese, yeah.
And up until like that, a week or so from the photo shoot, they didn't have running water in their house, so that's what they used to go out and get washed. It would be a bucket of water. And I've seen a few videos. I'm going to assume, because obviously this is just a photograph, right? But in that area where they have this kind of concrete square bit with walls outside,
like a shallow well. Almost.
Yeah, and they all sit in it, and they've got the bucket, and they get washed in this bit. So so obviously you can throw it about, and you're not getting your house soaking. But yeah, so he was still living, like, I mean, there's us couldn't flush the toilet this week and didn't know what to do with ourselves. Well, he was living a lifestyle where he didn't even have running water in his own house. So he's
definitely somebody to look up to.
Mm-hmm. And he's always happy.
I'll tell you something else, he's also one of these guys. He's awful like Michael Messer and Dave Akari and Trevor Steger and all these other guys that are really sound. He's very grateful for your investment in him, whether it be one radio play, whether it be one share on Facebook, whether it be one message and say, look here man, you're sounding great, thanks for your music.
Mm-hmm.
They're all super grateful for that, because everybody comes from somewhere less than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's had it a bit harder than most of us, eh? So
Aye, and we're taking the time to wish like the kids happy birthday, and you know, it's just and they're so starstruck. I mean, I won't lie, I'm all starstruck. I got a video for my Christmas from you.
not that kind of video, not that kind of video. That's her birthday.
I got a video from Yellow P from, I can't see it, I still can't get my
So your man Yellow P from Memphis Sippy Sounds.
No, I can't. Memphis Sippy Sounds.
Yeah,
aye,
that's it. Memphis Sippy Sounds.
And posted it on Facebook all gushy, like, oh, look what I got. And then he sent me a friend request, which I accepted, and then realised, oh my god,
You look like an absolute sad one.
I did that once before, right? I went to a book reading from the original Tambourine Shaker from Primal Scream,
Oh, aye, aye.
right? And I'd just booked seats, so Stephanie and I went, and we got there, and I'm like to her, oh my god, be on the front row. So I'd taken a photograph of the whole setup and said, posted it on Facebook with, I reckon we'll be able to count the pores on his nose. And he then sent me a friend request so he could get my address, because he sent me a free copy of the book. And I'm merrily sitting on the ferry coming home, not thinking of it, and I thought, oh no, I've just posted about his nose pores. Yes, I have.
So
For
basically, if Fiona shows you any kind of support whatsoever, she's more than willing to give you her address. and I'm pretty sure that's never caused her any problems before.
That's not true at all. I'm very particular. I hardly anybody has my phone number. Never mind my address.
I know, and yet you still crack up if I don't phone you when you ask me to. Do you want to give me the number? And then we can argue about that.
Domestic. So no, but I mean, it was me honestly starstruck. But when the kids get a wee message on, like if I put a picture on saying, oh, happy birthday, and all these people are going, oh, happy birthday from us, and they're reading it going, oh my gosh.
I know, and I tell you, there's loads more people like that involved in this radio show than we can mention now, because we can't spoil it all for you. But we've got a few really lovely guys that have helped us out this time, and Johanna Eliasson's one of them, you know, Bottleneck John,
Mm-hmm.
Andrews Roots from Estonia,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, the best of the British slide players there, Dave, your man Trevor, and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, Michael is one of my favourites, because I remember buying the Total guitar with the feature and getting the glass slide, and I can remember like studying that to death, and you know, wanting to sound like that. And then when I had the money, I bought a Lightning resonator, which I played the wee intro bit on,
Mm-hmm.
and he wrote a lovely message in it, and he sent me that same slide, and he was like, all I ask for you is that you play it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I do, to be fair. So.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I mean, it restores faith in humanity when people are like that way, because, you know, sure, Johnny Cash wrote his sleeve notes in his album, so like, he does not need to be talking to a wee guy for Alaba. He does not need me in his life.
He's been on the Zingzillas as well.
I know. I'm still starstruck. I watched that this morning.
Did you? Did you?
Zingzillas, aye.
Aye.
Not that episode. I was trying to watch back. I was binging it. I was
So you
binging
were
CBeebies.
You were looking for the one with the darkness guy with the Lycra, weren't you?
Aye. You can see all the bumps and lumps.
Oh, it was gross. Honestly,
I believe in a thing called clothes.
I wish. I thought the Wayne had got a hold of the remote and put Babe Station on.
Call me now. 09.
I'm like, what's that? What's it got on? And then realised it was the Zingzillas. No, it was like,
Yes,
It's
you
one-
have a big perm to.
aye, and it was a guitar player though, no the singer, so it was somebody with dark hair, right? And he had this all-in-one Lycra suit on that had one shoulder strap, so there was nothing on the other side, so he had like one exposed nipple, but it was off a low.
And it was cold. What, his nipple?
No, the cut of it at the bottom half.
Because he may have been a bit older.
It was off a low. Honestly, I was concerned. I walked in and thought, whoa, what's that?
It was cold as well, you said.
I'm assuming so.
I was only looking at the telly and got jagged.
Anyway, aye. So he was on there.
By all means, keep listening to this show. Like.
But Michael
Please.
Mesa was on there, and it was it's great that they chose.
They actually did
that.
try to make an effort to teach kids about the meaning of proper music, and
And if you've never watched it, it's one of the better ones that you'll be subjected to as a parent, because they do generally pick somebody with half decent talent, and these I don't know what they are, monkeys or something that live on this island, write a song in the style of whoever they've got on as a guest. And perform it for the kids, but it'll be like a kid-friendly version, so it's something the kids can get behind.
It was amazing, and I've spoke to Michael about this a few times, and I'm pretty sure that we can have a chat with him, like, for everybody to hear what he's done in his life, so I don't want to spoil it all, but I mean, it was a pleasant experience for him. It was quite cool for him as well. It was something different. I mean, and the guy's been innovating that genre of music all his life, hence the Mitra. He's went from like the southern traditional slide players to world music, and combined the two in a way that nobody else has really done, especially not in Britain. And the fact that he brought them to Britain, and I honestly, I can't say enough good things about the guy. The fact that he's so lovely to us as well, but he doesn't need to be speaking to people at our level. He can be living his life out. But he did say one thing to me. He says the reason the music you produce is good is because you're a good person.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of truth in that, I think. People will like the music that you produce because if you're a good person, then they'll listen to you and they'll see what you're trying to say.
Bad to the core, then, clearly. I haven't produced any.
That's a confidence issue.
No, you're attacking me live on it. So here we are. We're up to the moment itself. 2 back-to-back Michael Messers, and then 2 back-to-back Gators.
Yep. Well, let's have it.
Enjoy. We will.
Kick drum and Bayrum shine, sweet sting like green sitting lime. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Teen beat and the cymbal chime. Love is strange, ramrod pipeline. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Can't stand still, I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Banjo bounce and the second line, Spanish tinge and red, red wine. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Can't stand still, I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm, yeah. Trains that whine, me and the walking bass, 2 of a kind. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Can't stand still, I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Finger popping and I feel fine. I can love you, baby, you stay in time. Stand still, I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Got a hummingbird that I call mine. I'll meet you on the corner at 8:45. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm. Can't stand still, but I will love you. Living in rhythm, living in rhythm.
I cried a whole night long. Well, I roll and tumble, I cried a whole night long. Well, I woke up, mama, and didn't know right from wrong. Well, I told my baby before I left that town. Well, I told my baby before I left that town. Why don't you let nobody tear my barrel house down?
This is Michael Messer, and you're listening to Galty and the Gators Blues and News Show.
road that we are following, these stones laid by hands that know, these footsteps in which we follow, they will never, never our own. If they love them more than walking free, these stones that lay beneath our feet, these steps that make past and present meet, step back and believe.
Quit your rambling, quit your gambling, quit staying out late at night. Stay at home with your wife and your family. Sit by the fireside light. Oh, Irene, good night. Oh, Irene, Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Oh, I will see you in my dream. Yes,
I love Irene. God knows I do. I'm gonna love her till the sea runs dry. If I could never have Irene with me tonight, I might take morphine and die. Oh, Irene, good night. Oh, Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Oh, I will see you in my dreams. I asked your mother for you, but she said you were too young. Wish I'd never seen your face tonight. I wish I was never born. Oh, Irene, good night. Oh, Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Oh, I will see you in my dreams.
Hola.
And that was you.
Yep.
On the slide. What was that? It must be the end of that.
Aye. Oh, but maybe it is. Aye. Never noticed that before.
So that was Good Night, Irene, sang by Greg Taylor and played by you.
Yep.
And before that, Sister Gavin and the Gator. And before that, the fantastic Michael Messer. So there you have some amazing music without us taking up your time in the middle.
Waffling.
I think you're probably quite enjoyable to listen to other people.
Yeah, I know, but we do each other's head in quite a lot, both on and off air.
But we've still got some amazing music coming, and technically we should be putting another one on just now. You up for it?
Yeah, well, yeah, aye, if you want.
A wee bit of meow,
can
meow.
I pick? Aye. Right, okay. Right, don't ask me how. Right, okay, Andrew searched to what if I'm on. Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's cool.
And then I think we'll have a bit of Bottleneck John.
Oh, aye, definitely.
So
he's some player, like.
But I've got a wee treat for you when you come back, so don't go anywhere.
Bootleg Sally usually live across town. Law when they and the clothes are down. You can't get her stuff no more. You can't get her stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can buy, you can't get her stuff no more. You know that place on Dago Hill. Law took the girl and the liquor still. You can't get her stuff no more. You can't get her stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can buy, you can't get her stuff no more. Little Suzanne used to sell her grease. Got in trouble with the chief of police. Can't get her stuff no more. Now you can't get her stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can buy, you can't get her stuff no more. There goes Joe with his great big knife. Somebody being messing with his wife. Can't get her stuff no more. Now he can't get her stuff no more. No matter how he try, he can buy, he can't get her stuff no more. No. On State Street he used to give it away. Now you can't get it if you offer to pay. You can't get her stuff no more. You can't get her stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can buy, you can't get her stuff no more. All of the gals used to walk the street. Lord done run her off his beat. You can't get her stuff no more. No, you can't get her stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can't buy, you can't get that stuff no more. You can't get that stuff no more. Get that stuff no more. You can't get that stuff no more. You can't get that stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can buy, you can't get that stuff no more.
Hey, I'm Bottleneck John, and you're listening to Galty and the Gators Bluesome News Show in Scotland. Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm Andres Roots, and you're listening to Galty and the Gators Bluesome News Show in Scotland.
You sure are, and that was both Bottleneck John and Andres Roots talking now. Thanks very much.
I know, I still find it so cool that they've done that. Right, so Ian had cauliflower for his dinner. I'm not sure how sensitive these microphones are. However, so I was going to ask you to play us a wee bit of Slide Yourself live on at the moment, but the cat appears to have done a bunk with your slide.
Yep.
So,
but I'm not being funny, right? No. What I've got sitting in front, you'll not believe this, right?
Hang on, let's see if I can lock that, because I don't want you to hurt yourself and staple your bunk.
She's left me a dessert spoon, what looks very much like
it's a candle
candle holder. A Christmas candle holder with a weird looking reindeer in the front of it.
And snow.
Right. And you'll not believe this, guys, honestly. She thinks this is the same as a slide. She wants me to play this resonator with a stapler.
I think you can do it.
Right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give it a bash, right? So, stick my mic off, right? And we'll see what happens.
Right. So, personally, I think that he will smash it, and that he's just thinking that he won't. But here, we will find out. I'm going to put your mic. Yeah, is this the right one I've turned up? Yes. So, what are we starting with?
We can do the spoon first.
Let's see. Right, so a pudding spoon.
Is that what that is?
Well, I would call it a pudding spoon, you're posh.
I'll use that as a spoon of it. Right?
Aye, don't use hand, don't use the spoon, that makes it harder.
Oh, really? I didn't realise you were an expert. You brought a spoon. Jesus Christ.
Tesla. Right, just do a wee tiny bit more so I can video you playing the spoon.
What spoon?
Aye, just one wee. There you go, that was a spoon. Right, up next we've got a nice designer Christmas candle holder.
Smells.
There's no candle left in it, we burnt it. There's a wee bit, there's a wee bit. Aye, strange enough. Ready?
Jesus Christ. Take it. Candle holder works.
Right, here we go.
That was easier than the spoon.
The grand finale. Un staple gun.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So that's that. Next week you can get in touch with 3 more random objects for Ian to play. He managed. I'll turn your guitar down and turn your microphone up. I need a wee cat sitting there watching him. She's been sat there the whole time.
Sorry about that, folks. I can actually play, but I mean,
that was
I don't know where the slide is, and
well, Nina's had it. Nina's the other cat, so we've got 2.
Aye, she's the blues cat, aka Troublemaker.
Aye, well, with the right songs about trouble. Anyway, the other one's just old and sleeps a lot. But, except when she sees Nina, suddenly she's very spry.
Couple of nights.
Oh, they are, and they pick their moments, don't they? But they've been good so far. I shouldn't jinx myself. But so there you go. I thought you did a brilliant job. The spoon was my favourite, actually. The stapler looked a bit difficult, but you did pull it off. Only because you had to change the way you had your guitar. The spoon was phenomenal. There you go. That's it. Now I'm just going to carry a spoon about in case you break your slide anytime.
You're going to start hiding it, eh? Like, look what my man can do.
I've got a spoon, you're fine. So I think you should challenge yourself at least once a week.
Oh, goody, here we go. Random objects to play guitar with. That's quite a cool. Could we do a show on that?
It could be.
We could do a wee poll. We'll get listeners. So if there's any random objects you think it would be cool to play guitar with, then just let me know. Send us a wee message to the page, and we'll give it a bash.
Could try the Magic 8 Ball, look.
We don't want.
I think it might feel a bit awkward holding it, but aye.
I've had bigger than that, man, then.
That's an unusual sound.
I might pull it off. Again, you might wear it, you know.
I'm going to be hunting about this now.
Hey, that's too floppy, hen. I can't play a guitar with that. Sorry, put that back.
Cooked spaghetti. But aye, no, we'll find something. So, our next song is Poor Boy from Prakash Slim, and you will remember we were saying that he is from Nepal, which is so cool.
Aye, I know, and he's really lovely. He's got a new album coming out, if it's not already out.
Aye, absolutely.
You know, go and check him out. Like, just Google him, whatever you need to do to find his music, and just buy the album, because I know that it's took a lot of hard work, a lot of favours, a lot of connecting, a lot of effort and saving for him to be able to produce an album, and it's quality. So please, by all means, if you're going to check anybody out, like, give him a wee look.
Now we will post links to where you can find
the music, the websites, the people. Yeah.
So you can get it on Galty and the Gator on Facebook, but if you're not on Facebook, we also are on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we have an email address. We're everywhere.
And you can catch the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Google Podcasts, Pandora, and there's one more I've forgotten. Apple Podcast.
Right, so there you go.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
Podbean.
galtyandthegator@gmail.com, and send us a wee message if you want links to the music that we've got on today or any other day, because we keep very detailed lists of what we've played. And
she does. I can't even read them, to be honest.
See, but I like doing all this, because then you've got a journal of your...
I understand why. I just don't understand why you write it in a way that only you can understand it.
Because I'm when it reads it.
I actually thought that something had happened to me, like I had a brain injury and I had forgotten the ability to read, and then I realised when anybody else writes anything, it's no problem. So
I think my handwriting's no bad for an old decrepit cripple.
Yep, but you're not, and that's the problem.
Not today, Josephine. So that's what we've got coming up for you, and also a wee tune from Rai Kuder, who you were talking about earlier.
I love Rai Kuder.
I know.
And the film that he actually the wee guy for Karate Kid, Crossroads, you ever seen it?
Yes, I watched it with you, sure.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, so you did.
Ralph,
the wee guy you don't like in Karate Kid.
No, I didn't. It's Cobra Kai. I don't like him in Cobra Kai.
Right, well, same difference, right? Anyway, it's all jumping about in jammies, right? To me, so yeah, so look, this guy is so amazing with a slide. He's innovated as well. He was on the Old Grey Whistle Test playing like gospel songs with a calypso band, and you know he's a massive. He's the prime example. In fact, this is Michael Messer's words. He is a prime example of someone who's dedicated his life to music. You know, and we could probably do a show on the guy because he's so cool. He writes film music. He's done loads of soundtracks. Southern Comfort is another one that he done the music for.
Oh, cool.
So, aye. So I mean, he's done a lot, but most importantly, this is the song in the film Crossroads that Willie Brown, the legendary harmonica player from Robert Johnson's days, this is the song that made Willie Brown stop and think, wow, this guy has got the blues and he's playing them like he's got the blues. You know, that feeling comes across, and it's an iconic sounding track. I mean, I've covered it a few times, but never anywhere near as good as it should be. So, I can't wait to hear that.
So up first, as said, Prakash Slim, and then some Ry Cooder. Enjoy.
I'm a poor boy from country farm. I'm a poor boy from country farm. Papa and Dad, I was still in Mama's arms. She ain't had no money, I barely had any clothes. She ain't had no money, I barely had any clothes. So I couldn't get learn what other kids know. So I got me a guitar and I plays it all the time. So I got me a guitar and I plays it all the time. People say I'm half crazy, I don't pay 'em no mind. One day I found the blues and it spoke to my soul. One day I found the blues and it spoke to my soul. I know this blues can heal me, this blues can make me whole. One day I'll play the blues on a national guitar, on an old wooden floor, under the Mississippi stars.
Rycooder there. Oh dear. So that was Rycooder with Feeling Bad Blues. I know how he feels.
Do you want a wee bit of knowledge about Rycooder?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will know him from always wearing a set of sunglasses of some sort or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't want to highlight it because I don't believe that anybody's misfortune or disability should be highlighted. But the reason he wears them is because he's actually, not only is he blind in one eye, he doesn't have one eye. You know, it's a glass eye he's got.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason he's got a glass eye is because his left eye, he actually stuck a knife in it.
Ow!
I was playing with a toy car and he had it in one hand, the knife in the other, and the knife slipped. It was just a weird accident, he said.
Oh no!
And I had to be replaced by a glass one, and that's, you know,
ouch. And
you don't really, I'll tell you, you kind of think, oh, he's maybe got a slow vision or something, but when you hear that and you realise that he's still so cool about it, I think that's like, he must be solid, eh?
Aye, definitely. I suppose, you know, if you're going to either come to terms with it or not, you know, you're either going to let these things hold you back or not. That's what we were talking about in our first show, weren't we? So, you know, thankfully he didn't. So that has been us sliding in to the new year.
Yep. I hope anything you slide into, it's nice and accommodating and you enjoy it and you make
your
all the
pyjamas and slippers and stuff.
Aye. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like morally, and you make better decisions.
No, I'm just thinking because, you know, it's a late one tonight, isn't it? If you're going to stay up for the bells.
Alright, I thought you were okay.
No.
Alright, I thought you were being dirty.
See, I don't. No,
sorry.
I don't. I'm usually in my pyjamas, to be honest. I'm not one of them that dresses up for it. I'm like, I'm going to my bed soon, so I don't want to have to take layers of makeup off and stuff before.
No.
But you know, whatever you guys are doing, I hope it's good fun. I hope that you are safe. I hope that next year, well, we all know that nothing much is going to change, but let's hope that our perspective towards it changes.
Yeah, the way we can either proceed doing what we love and accommodate the fact that we've got a pandemic going on as well, and you know, just, you know, not lashing out at the rest of people or for their beliefs and systems and
aye, absolutely,
whatever else, you know. And I tell you, I really do hope that I need to say this on air because I've invested my whole life into music, not only blues music, just music in general, right? And I must say, this is new for me. I mean, you're a pro, right? We all know you're a pro.
I'm going to go.
Right? I'm not saying you do anything with it. I'm just saying that you're a pro, and we all know it, right? But what I will say is, I've really enjoyed being the one who needs your direction for a change, and I'm quite enjoying the fact that I bring a lot to the table for this particular show, and this is, you know, it's quite good fun. So I really do hope that in the new year, this grows, and that everybody who has showed us gratitude so far continues to do so and helps us make it grow. You know, if there's things that they want to hear in the new year, or if there's ideas, or you two would be great at this, we want to hear about it because we love you guys, and it's important to us that you keep listening and keep having an input, keep telling us, by the way, mate, that sounded like a dog, you know.
Yeah, no.
We need to know when it's no good as well as when it is. You know?
And if you've got any music that you want to hear, any music that you have to submit yourself, then get it along to us, because we've built this so far completely organically by contacting people and having people send us their music. So
it's quite a good grassroots way to do things, I think.
And
I would like to continue that kind of method. I would like to say that I think I've got a wee idea for a wee competition in that in the new year.
Oh, cool.
I was thinking about this earlier. I didn't tell you about it earlier because otherwise it would be this plastic sounding thing. So I think I'm going to get rid of an instrument or something to one lucky listener, or one unlucky listener, to be fair. I don't know the condition of it. It's been on the wall a long time. right. And I also think that we could probably have some Galty and Gator stuff to send it to our biggest fans and stuff like that. Stickers and, no, but really, you know. I really do. I really do think there's a lot of promise in the new year for us, providing that you keeps putting faith in us.
And speaking of which, in the new year, our next show will be new for 22.
Yep. Oh, I'm buzzing for this.
Yep.
Honestly.
I don't know why I turned the page over.
Somebody just emailed us today, actually, about this very thing.
Yeah, so we've got...
It's a massive deal.
All new blues.
Yep.
So it's going to be an absolute bumper.
And it'll be trendy, isn't it?
Yeah. So something different. Hopefully there'll be a few folk that you've maybe never listened to before, and you get an opportunity to hear something a bit different. And, you know, they get new fans and followers from you. That would be awesome. But we have got 2 last wee snippets for you today. We're playing out with C6 Steve, with Walking Man, and
then I'll tell you what, right, so this was the wee teaser at the start. This guy in a Cyber, he's done a world's worth of music. He was the sideman for Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. He's an incredible slide player, and I mean incredible. Check him out. His band, Malone Cyber, are amazing. You played that?
Yeah, I played that one on Wednesday.
Yeah, brilliant band. He's got a brilliant feel for this kind of music, but also he's got a message for everybody for the new year, and I think it was really nice of him that he took the time to do it, because I know there's been effort put in. So, in traditional Scottish fashion, we're going to have a half. Wish you the best in the new year.
Slanjavar.
Yep. Thanks to Peter for this again. A&E for Bayfair's later. That'll do fine. But have a great new year, guys, and thanks for the continued support.
Yeah, so enjoy the music and keep tuning in to the blues.
You said jump, I said high. Exactly, you want me to jump to. And you said walk, I will walk to the end of the line and back to you. My name's Steve and I'm your walking man. Yes, I am. You said, boy, do you really love me? Well, I ain't got much words to say. Hey, let me write my answer down in the sand by the waves. Hey, my name is Steve and I'm your riding man. Yes, I am. My name's Steve and I'm your walking man. Yes, I am. If you want me to stay, I'll stash my sleeping roll under your bed. That says more than anything in my life I ever said. My name is Steve and I'm your staying man. Yes, I am. My name is Steve and I'm your riding man. Yes, I am. My name's Steve and I'm your walking man. Yes, I am.
Hi, this is Ennis Sybin. You're listening to Galty and the Gators Blues and New Show on Hogmanay. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, everybody.